ResortLoop.com is proud to be sponsored by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Joffrey's now offers coffee subscriptions. You can order a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription. You can choose from 3 collections: the Flavored Coffee Collection, the Roastmasters Collection, or the Disney Signature Coffee Collection. Each collection includes 3 bags per month. With the Joffrey's Coffee subscriptions, never run out of great coffee again. Learn more and order at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
The body of water that you see to the right of our forward motion is the Seven Seas Lagoon. The Seven Seas Lagoon is a man-made creation that took 3 years and the removal of millions of cubic yards of earth to complete.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. This is ResortLoop.com, the gateway to the magic. You found it once again. You stumbled upon it once again, and I thank you very much for listening. Today, we're going to do a little hodgepodge. What's it called? What kind of podge is it? We're going to do a myriad of news I've been meaning to catch up on. Some of it you probably know, but some of it we're going to just talk about on the show real quick, just so, as they say, we can keep moving forward. Well, first you probably heard, because this actually came across a couple weeks ago, I believe it was around the end of August, that the Polynesian Resort is going to be closed. Yeah, it's not going to be reopening anytime soon, because they're taking this opportunity to do a little bit of refurb to the Great Ceremonial House, and they're even going to include the rooms in this. And then we'll talk about the rumors here in a second. But the Disney release says, with a phased approach to reopening, we are continuing to welcome guests back to the Disney Resort hotels. As we continue to reopen additional Disney Resort hotels to the guests, we are modifying the reopening date for Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, which will open next summer. So there's no date. Next summer, if I had to guess, hopefully before the 4th of July, hopefully rush. Hopefully there'll be a ton of people ready to go by July. We'll see how things go with our little viral thing we got going around right now. But the schedule adjustment will allow them to complete some refurbishment work at the hotel, including the Great Ceremonial House, which we mentioned, the guest rooms. They expect the work to begin in just a couple weeks in October. They're going to share more about those in the future. However, if you're going DVC, the studios, because there's only studios in the bungalows, are still open. So you can still probably book those with cash or use your DVC points and still get over to the Polynesian. I'm not sure I would necessarily recommend that right now, because there's not a whole lot of, Ohana's is not open. I think the Kona's open occasionally, and I think most of your food options there are going to kind of be Captain Cook's. And not that it's not good, so. And I also saw that the monorail is kind of on limited hours right now, but we'll see how that goes. Of course, you can't beat the launch, the little boat launch over to the Magic Kingdom either. That's usually a fairly direct route. Although sometimes you get a little quick stop at the Grand Floridian, but hey, there's almost not a better view of the Grand Floridian than from the boats. But anyway, the rumors for the Disney Polynesian Resort Village is they're going to integrate Moana into the resort. So I don't know if this will be something in the room, if they're going to put something in the, maybe they'll add a water element to the Great Ceremonial House, maybe in the middle there. Maybe they'll put like a volcanic rock thing with some plants. I don't think that could ever work. But who knows? I don't think Stitch, from what I've heard, is super popular with the island nations, like the Hawaii, the Polynesia type thing, because there's more of a caricature of Hawaii than the actual Hawaii. That's just something I've kind of heard. And Moana's kind of like more historical and just puts it in more of a positive light than the Lilo, is what I'm hearing. So we'll see how that works. I'm assuming that it's going to be, kind of understated. It's not going to hopefully be in your face Moana, like you walk in and she's going to be right there. It might be in your face Maui. Maybe he'll be saying thank you as you enter the doors. It'll just be The Rock. They're just going to, hire him. And then he'll just change from his Moana outfit to his Jungle Skipper outfit and take that launch I was talking about earlier over to the Magic Kingdom and do some stuff there at the Jungle Cruise, and maybe swing by the Skipper Canteen to get you some wings or whatever they've got right there right now. Is the Skipper's Canteen open? I'll have to look into that. Also, in keeping with our news theme of things are starting to reopen a little bit, down at Walt Disney World right now. Disneyland's still not open. We're hoping to have some news on that relatively soon, hopefully, for the guests who would like to be out there. However, at Hollywood Studios Galaxy's Edge, Savi's Workshop is now open. It just opened a couple days ago, and What you can do is it doesn't say you need to, it says you can stop by and request a walk-up when you're there. But they're suggesting advanced reservations, which you can do at DisneyWorld.com or on their app, the My Disney Experience app. But you have to have not only theme park admittance, of course, you have to have your ticket, but you also have to have a reservation that day. So if you don't have your ticket, you don't have your reservation, you can't even look for a reservation slot to make your own lightsaber yet. So that's exciting. No, that's getting back in there. A little tip for me to you, if you're taking your kids and your kids really want to make a lightsaber and you were not able to get an advanced reservation, you're going to try the walk-up thing, don't promise your kids that they're going to be able to make a lightsaber. I have a feeling that this will probably be booked out. There might be some walk-ins, but I would not count on that. So I would not hype that up in your vacation that, hey, kids, we're going to make a lightsaber when you might not be able to get in. So that's just a little travel tip from me to you. Also, I'm sure that you heard that Halloween has begun at the Walt Disney World parks. That started September 15th. That's running through Halloween, October 31st. And they're going to have exciting Halloween-themed cavalcades. You might have seen some of these online. They're going to pop up along the parade route, head down Main Street. You could come across Mickey Mouse and his pals all dressed up. On select days, you might even encounter a cavalcade with Disney villains. That sounds relatively evil. From Gaston to Maleficent to the Queen of Hearts and Jafar, they're going to be creeping down the path of a nightmarish procession featuring the Pumpkin King himself, Jack Skellington. Also, old fan favorite. I don't want to call them old, but I just meant they've been there for a while. The iconic Dapper Dans are returning as the Cadaver Dans. That starts, a couple days ago. And they're going to emerge from their tombs at random times, it sounds like, throughout the day. It's one of those things you're not going to be able to schedule. You're just going to have to, you'll stumble upon them. You'll see, 4 guys there, the Cadaver Dans, singing their twist on some Halloween songs. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about dining here in a bit, but also Halloween, Disney's Hollywood Studios. If you're outside of Galaxy's Edge and you're outside of Toy Story Land and you're getting hungry, it's Minnie's Halloween Dine is going to return to Hollywood and Vine. What's today's date, by the way, as this airs? It's coming up on the 25th. So soon enough. It's a monster feast will be served to guest tables, and favorite Disney friends will make special appearances in the restaurant. The guests can wave and snap photos of Minnie, which means you're going to be social distancing. And she's very cute, by the way, in her little Halloween outfit. She's wearing her little hat with a bow, orange, and with little pumpkins on her skirt. I can't really tell. She's supposed to be a happy witch. So she's more like Glenda than like the evil witch. That's the only quick comparison I could come up with. Mickey Mouse is going to be a funny vampire. Pluto is going to be wearing a cute Halloween collar. You can't do too much with that dog, I guess, although I've seen Halloween costumes on other dogs. And Goofy is going to be a spooky cowboy, which I can pretty much picture that. That would be a rather spooky thing to see at Disney's Hollywood Studios outside of Hollywood and Vine. And while we've talked Halloween and we know that's going to end on October 31st, what can that mean, you say? I'm going to say from November 6th to December 30th, it's going to be Christmas at Walt Disney World. If you're going during this time, you're going to be enjoying the festive decor, the themed merchandise, of course. Something for you to buy, seasonal food and beverage items, so there'll probably be some special cupcakes in there. And then, keeping with the fantastic Christmas theme, when night falls, the special projection effects will give a festive look to Cinderella's castle, providing a color backdrop for your photos. So, while there probably won't be fireworks, there will be some exciting Christmas projections on the castle, which actually look fantastic. So I could see where those would be good pictures. Some of the projections on the castle are going to be a whimsical Christmas sweater, as well as a regal overlay of red, green, and gold ornamentation. So it's going to look like a Christmas tree. A decorated Christmas tree. Some of the holiday events going on at the parks that we've been used to in the past that aren't going to be there, at least for this year, are going to be the Very Merry Christmas Parade, of course, Candlelight Processional at Epcot, which I've been to the past couple years, and those were, or at least for 2 years, not last year, but 2 years before that, it was fantastic. It does continue to say they're going to be bringing the magic in other ways. It says holiday magic will be in full force at our 4 theme parks and at Disney Springs. Santa Claus will make time for special pop-up appearances at each location, waving and exclaiming holiday wishes to all. So he's going to fly in from his sleigh, wave, saying to all a good night, and then get out quickly. All from at least 6 feet away. But some of the holiday offerings that they will have this year, you're going to have festive flotillas along the river there at Disney's Animal Kingdom. You're going to see some holiday promenades at Epcot, or promenades, depending on how you like to pronounce that. I like to go promenade. Sounds like something I'd put in my hair, by the way. Merry motorcades at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Character cavalcades, of course, at the Magic Kingdom. And then, of course, gingerbread men, Elvis and reindeer. Yes, you'll see them as they march through the Magic Kingdom. They're going to bring holiday music and cheer for all, which is fantastic. But I will say, I don't know if you've seen some of the pictures coming out of I believe it's Hollywood Studios, like the Buzz Lightyear on the car and Mickey Mouse on the car, how they have decked out and painted Chevy Camaros to match. I would so buy. I'm not even a Camaro guy, but I would love to have the Buzz Lightyear Camaro. That'd be great. Leaving the parks, let's head over to Disney Springs for some holiday offerings there for the Christmas season. It says you'll be able to discover Christmas around every corner, as you'll come across a collection of elaborately decorated Disney Christmas trees spread throughout this this establishment, throughout Disney Springs. You'll recall, like in the past, for the past few years now, they've had the what we've always called the Christmas Tree Trail, or the Christmas Tree Trail of Tears. But this time they're doing the kind of the same thing, where they're going to have spread out. So you'll probably see all the same, beautiful decorated trees, or freshly decorated new twist on the trees, but not in just one location. So we'll spread people out. You enjoy the Christmas trees, enjoy Disney Springs. It goes on to say, in the evening, guests visiting the town center area, the west side, and the landing will encounter a magical snowfall. They'll add an extra touch of wonder to their holiday. And then topping everything off, Jack Lindsay will once again be turning the hangar bar into Jack Lindsay's Holiday Bar, with holiday decor and a delicious limited time menu. I will say, if they're going to do the snowing effect at Disney Springs, that's where all the pictures are going to be from. People love having their picture taken with the snow. I love having my picture taken with the snow when it's about 70 degrees. I do not like having my picture taken with snow when it's below 32 degrees. It just hurts. Not the snow, but the cold. And of course, all the Disney resorts are going to be decked out for the holidays. They're going to have their Christmas trees, plenty of great places in there for Christmas selfies, Christmas family pictures. Unfortunately, the gingerbread displays are not going to be there this year. One of the other victims of what's going on right now. They just don't want to have a place for everybody to gather the exact same spot. So we'll reflect on the past gingerbread houses and carousels and that kind of thing, and look forward to next year when hopefully we'll have those to look forward to once again. Now, here's one. This is a lot of information. I got to be sure I read this one correctly. This one starts on November 27th, so it's a little bit later, getting a little closer to what we might call the true Christmas season. It's right around Thanksgiving there, going into the December, which is also my anniversary, by the way, November 27th. It says, starting a bit later in the season on November 27th, we'll celebrate highlights from the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays. So again, something they've done in the past, they're going to put a little twist on it for this year, make it a little different, make it a little more keeping with again, I hate getting tired of using the word social distancing, but you know what I'm going to say. Holiday Kitchens will return around the world showcase promenade with favorites like the American Holiday Table, featuring slow roasted turkey with stuffing, and the Bavaria Holiday Kitchen with dishes like cheese fondue in a bread bowl. Oh. Guests will be invited to step inside World Showplace to enjoy the returning group Joyful. They present a journey through rhythm and blues, gospel, contemporary, and traditional Christmas and holiday music. Sounds fantastic. And also, Voices of Liberty. We're going to bring their incredible 8-part harmonies to the American Gardens Theater stage for a special concert of favorite carols and songs of the season. I'll tell you, if nothing makes you feel more Christmassy, it would have to be the Voices of Liberty singing some of those holiday songs. And I'm going to be interested to see what the crowds are coming up this holiday season, because I've noticed a lot of people are starting to travel. Some states have eased up on the quarantine restrictions as far as when you get back. Florida's, their numbers are looking a little bit better, and people are just ready to get out. So I think people are going to continue to mask up, pack up the hand sanitizer, get to Florida. Also, another reason for increasing attendance, and we've heard that they're going to be increasing park capacity a little bit, that there's some discounts out there available. So there's Florida resident discounts. I want to mention those. So if you live in Florida, there's some good discounts you can take advantage of. There's some package discounts. They call it the Play, Stay, and Save Walt Disney World Resort. It's a fall promotion. You can save up to $500 on a 4-night, 4-day package, room and ticket package. Valid most nights from September 4th, which has already started, but let's just say basically now through Christmas, December 25th, 2020. And you can book it through December 25th, so you can book it the day of Christmas Day if you wanted to go. And I will say, Disney has that promise now where they're calling it their Book with Confidence. It's they're not going to charge you any kind of change or cancellation fees. Everything will be waived up until the day to check in. So you don't have to panic. If something happens and you're not able to go, they're going to let you cancel right up to the day of check-in and not charge you any cancellation fees. So that's just good to know in case you want a waiver. Maybe you don't want to book a package right now, but you're not sure. Put the $200 down on the package and don't worry about it. So I also wanted to mention there are discounts out there now for additional states. We've always heard of, Florida will usually have a special rate, sometimes Georgia. And if you recall, when the parks were opening back up, I had mentioned that they're going to be, mostly gearing up, trying to get locals into the park because people aren't really flying. People aren't really driving right now. People weren't traveling back then. But now people are starting to travel, and there are now discounts available for, let me see here, Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia. Just come one more state north, you would have Ohio in there. But if you notice, these states where they're offering discounts to, and these discounts are good discounts. They're like up to 30% off for Disney villas and deluxe resorts. And it works its way down there, depending on where you stand at moderates, or I believe 25. Values are 20. But these are all states that are within a day's drive, and they have major highways going right to Florida. So now, they're allowing for people who maybe want to travel. And also, these are states that a lot of the airports have direct flights. So I know if I was going to fly to Florida, I would definitely look for a direct flight. I want to know once the wheels are up, I don't have to stop at a different airport. I can just get on to Florida, hop on Magical Express, or rent the car and get right to the park. So, and all those are comfortable. I mean, once you get to West Virginia, you're getting into kind of a long day's drive, but it's definitely doable. As long as the weather holds out on you. You don't want to have a snowstorm coming through when you're trying to get down there around Christmas time, which has happened, but usually that happens more into January and February. So, by the way, if you're interested in any of these discounts you might want to take advantage of, look us up over at Resort Loop Travel. We'll be happy to help you out book a trip down there. Anyway, I need to continue talking about dining because, again, I'm hungry and can use some extra food. Actually, I don't need it, but I'm talking enough about food that I would like some. But here's from Disney. As part of our phased reopening, they're adding more dining to the Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. On September 25th, later this week, we already mentioned about mini seasonal dining at Hollywood and Vine. But on September 24th, you can enjoy the dining in the enchanted fairy tale setting of Cinderella's Royal Table. You can enjoy a delicious regal banquet with unforgettable main courses ranging from roasted chicken breast to tenderloin of beef to chef's fish of the day. Unfortunately, the princesses will be taking a break from their royal duties greeting guests, but there'll be plenty of delicious fare and fun to be enjoyed in this beautiful, one-of-a-kind restaurant. So reservations have already begun. So I didn't see anything about social distancing photo opportunities there. You got that picture as soon as you go in there with the fairy godmother. I doubt they're doing that, but I wouldn't be surprised they'd leave the throne out, maybe for people to have their picture taken near. I'm sure they want people sitting on there, so maybe the throne will be taken out. If you're going there and you decide to go to Cinderella's Royal Table, please let me know. And occasionally I still want to call it King Stephen's Banquet Hall. So that's just me. And then there's going to be some quick service options opening again. Gaston's Tavern has already opened. ABC Commissary was going to open October 8th. So I've always enjoyed a couple dishes at the ABC Commissary, by the way. I know it's not a lot of people's favorites, but I've always been able to find something there I like that was a little bit different than a standard Disney burger. We also have an update on the opening of the water parks at Disney World between Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon. It says that they're remaining closed right now, but pending state and local government approvals, are going to plan to open one of the two Disney water parks on March 7th, 2021. So I actually have a hard date for that set, or at least a temporary date right now, but it's only going to be one of the parks. We don't know which one now. I don't know that they know which one now. And it does say that they may adjust their proposed reopening date. If that happens, they'll let us know. It says, like the other areas of our resort, we would like to welcome back guests and cast members to the water parks in a responsible way. With a plan focused on health and well-being, we will provide more details on the phase reopening plan at a later date. But once again, I mean, that's March. That's still, 5-6 months out there. So a lot of things could change and hopefully maybe improve, and we'll see how that goes. But one water park will be open, so that will be on the table for your vacation next spring and summer. They do go on to say that while they realize some guests with existing tickets and some annual pass holders are impacted by the update, they're going to offer options to guests with existing Premier Passports, Platinum Plus passes, Water Parks Annual Pass, and Water Parks After 2 Annual Pass, or even tickets that include the Park Hopper Plus option, or the water parks and sports option. So basically, if you paid for some water park access, they're going to work with you on this one. It says when you can keep it. It says you can use your current date-based ticket with the existing add-on options at other experiences available during your visits. You can modify your tickets, or you can even cancel. So if you didn't want to use your ticket, you can cancel the entire ticket or package, but I think that sounds a little drastic. I would just maybe see if they could take that off your ticket for you. But again, we got some time to worry about that. We've got until March 7th at least before that would even begin to reopen. So, and they do say they are automatically extending unused, unexpired one-day water park tickets through December 31st of 2021. So if you have a day on a ticket right now, they're going to adjust that for you. And if you have annual passes to the water parks, they'll be automatically extended for the period in which both parks were closed. So at the end of all this, when they open it up, they're going to extend your annual pass by however long that was. So again, like when the parks first opened up and the annual passes, it took them a while to get the ball rolling and to get everything worked out. But in the long run, they'll do the right thing with you and your tickets. So that is some updates there from Disney. We just had to get all these out there, get caught up on some news. I appreciate everybody taking the time to listen to the show today. I'm really, really looking forward to looking at everybody's pictures this holiday season, from Thanksgiving, from Christmas. I've not heard anything about any kind of New Year's activities. I can't imagine they're going to be doing anything too extravagant. Again, we're not going to try to gather any large crowds. So I wouldn't even be surprised if the parks aren't even open to midnight. They probably close earlier. I'm thinking out loud. Pay no attention to the change of the volume of my voice. I could go back and edit that, but really, we're at the end of the show. I don't have the time. Everybody, if you have a topic you'd like me to talk about or you'd like to be on the show, feel free to drop me a line. I've been getting lots of requests for some shows. We'll be hearing from Calvin Connors soon. He had put out there on Looper Nation Live a long blog post because he didn't think I'd have him on the show. I was like, Calvin, come on, you got to be on the show. So you can look for him soon. We'll have a great little trip report from him. I have a couple other trip reports coming up. I'm hoping some of those will involve food reports. Got some other things we're going to have to talk about. We're going to worry about that in the future. We're going to keep moving forward. Everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. Facebook, Twitter, the website, ResortLoop.com. If you're not a member of Looper Nation Live, go over there. I post some things over there. So we're going to do some polls. I'm going to get a new poll out there. I might just do that later today. Excited about that, too. Everybody, thanks for joining us. You've been listening to The Gateway to the Magic. Everybody, be safe. See you, everybody. Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoopTravelGroup.com.